to The Experience Today, where we explore the fascinating intersections of psychology, the human experience, and American politics.
Well, good evening, and welcome to this latest episode of The Experience Today. I'm your host, Mr. Roderick Threets, but I can't do this without the trusty other host. She's not even a co-host. She's a host too. Can't co-host something, second, place here or anything like that. Equal footing, equal level, right? Equal foot, equal level, everybody. Miss Valerie Zen. What's going on, girl? How you doing? How was your weekend, first of all?
Weekend? What weekend?
Oh, snap. You didn't have a weekend?
I don't even think about it anymore. It's like one day rolling into the next, just waiting for something big to happen. But tonight, anybody that missed Trump's rally that he did tonight in Pennsylvania, and he's going to be doing a lot of these because he's determined to get his people in the midterms, which is really important. He was the happy warrior that I haven't seen in so long. It was one like joke and entertaining statement after the next. He went after Ilmar and Tampon Tim, and he didn't give up on it. He went back to it later on. He wasn't finished with these guys. And he had Bessent in the audience. And in the middle of it all, he said, hey, Scott Bessent, let's go after her brother too while we're at it. Let's find out. He says, can you imagine if I married my sister? He says, and I came here? What would he said, well, I have a sister, Susie Trump. He was talking about Susie Wiles. I mean, he just was all over the damn charts tonight. Hilarious. The best entertainment I've seen in a long time. He's in a great mood. He's enjoying. I think he missed his rallies, to be honest with you. He's tired of these committee meetings and all this serious stuff. And, he said, I went to Saudi Arabia, I went to Qatar, I came back with $4 trillion. And everybody smacks me with, when are you going to do something here? He says, what the hell do you think I just did? I brought in $4 trillion. It's interesting because if you look at people, they will always choose to do first what they love to do. And this is what he loves to do. He loves building business relationships. And so he's tackling this almost from the outside and then bringing it back in. Dell Computers. Every week, look at all the people bringing back their businesses to this country. Tonight was about coal and the steel industry, which is energy, which is money, which is business. I mean, the audience went crazy for him tonight. It was very uplifting. And, if you want to just have like an hour of some happy time, watch the rally he did tonight. It was really great. It was pure New York. I mean, it was just, I could see like The Blob, like if you saw the movie The Blob, and The Blob was like rolling down 3rd Avenue over to Madison Avenue, over to 5th Avenue, and on the way, like Zohar was rolling into the Blob, and Letitia was rolling into the Blob, and the Clintons were in the Blob, and they were all rolling down the streets of New York. I'm sorry, I had a weird vision. I'm going to try to get sane now. But he is like really doing this business thing like nobody else could have. Nobody. And, tonight when I was thinking of Gloria Gaynor, I Will Survive, because he had her to the Kennedy Center to get an award with numerous other people. And that woman had to take some trash after that. Because how dare she go to the Kennedy Center and be with Donald Trump? A nice black woman. You can't do that to us. Oh my God, you're going to get Now we've got black men that are going conservative. Now we got to get a black woman doing this. Oh no, this is not good for us. We've already driven Candace Owens crazy. Crockett, she's just already there. But no, don't you give him any flack. That would be Roberta Flack. But anyway, so, you know, the words of her song says, I've got all my life to live. Go, walk out the door. You're not welcome anymore. And I will survive. And that's really our statement to the government. It used to be about getting a man out of the house, but this is really how we feel now. We're going to survive this. We're going to get through this. You just have to stay focused on all the positive stuff that he's doing. And if you stay there and you stay focused on the business, the money coming into this country, the shows that are being put on in every facet of our lives, from the banking. I think he's getting rid of Jerome, right? I forgot the guy's name that's replacing him. But Jerome is going. He lost his game. It's all good. It's not all good, but it's good. He's going to go after this Minnesota thievery like you've never witnessed anybody coming down. These people are going to get thrown the F out of our country. We've been waiting for this. We've been drooling for this to happen. It's amazing. It's amazing. Anyway, Rod, you had said you had a little video to share with us. I'd love to see that.
I would too.
Yeah.
The video I'm going to play for you guys. It's disheartening.
Yeah. Yes.
I'm gonna play it.
Okay.
Then I'll say something after the fact.
Alex Berenson reported this, and I have been reliably informed that we are fine to go with this reporting and that this will be borne out in the coming days. His headline is, and it was an exclusive to him, the FDA may add a strict black box warning on the mRNA COVID shots for kids and teens,
Yep.
millions of whom have already been given this thing, a black box warning. He reports the FDA may soon place this warning on the vaccines to alert physicians and parents of their link to childhood deaths. This is the strictest an agency can impose, this kind of warning. It's generally the last step they take before forcing a manufacturer to stop selling it. They're also considering an alternative, forcing Moderna and Pfizer to stop selling them to kids and teens, period. The potential move, he reports, follows the FDA's report on Friday that its reviewers had found COVID mRNA jabs killed at least 10 children and adolescents, and likely many more. He said they'd asked the FDA for comment, waiting to hear back. My sources tell me this is safe reporting. This actually is under consideration, and we're going to hear a report confirming this within days from the highest levels. This is an outrage, Chamath. This was forced on us. Every school, including my own, they were expelling boys who would not take the vaccine once they hit 16 and so on. This is downright dangerous, and it was sold to us by the Fauci, Biden, Collins administration under Joe Biden that refused to consider actual scientists like Vinay Prasad, who led this. He's leading this within FDA.
This is absolutely crazy. Absolutely nuts.
We knew it would come to this. We knew it would come to this.
We knew it.
Yep.
I mean, granted, we will survive this, right?
We will survive.
But I put a caveat on that. I put a caveat on the fact that the next two generations are going to be lackluster
Yes.
in production.
Yes.
You got the idiots already running around out here saying we don't want to bring kids into the world because of the economy. We can't afford it. Some of you idiots that are in that same age range, yes, I'm saying it with my whole chest, right? Some of you idiots gave this shot to your children after multiple people telling you that this was foul, but y'all stood on 10 toes down and told people like me, told people like Miss Val and folks like us that we were crazy. You trust the actual science. But you know what the most sinister part about this is? I won't put this in full perspective. I want everybody to hear exactly what I'm saying here. You have a group of people in this country that told you that you're going to kill grandma and grandpa if you don't get that damn vaccine, right? You these same people, right? These same people sat here, right? And told you it was A-OK that we assassinated the CEO of United Healthcare. And it was all fine because he was greedy, right? This is the same group of people that will kill you if you oppose anything they say. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk. Yeah. These same people that this government lied to about that jab, and this report comes out, they already killed for fun, and no one puts them in check. The government never put them in check because the government thinks these people are righteous in what they're doing. But no, don't let someone from the other side do it. Oh no, you're a murderer and all these different things. Just remember, Mr. Government, when you didn't hold them accountable and back us up in holding them accountable, that whirlwind that Chuck Schumer talked about is going to be the whirlwind the government and everything is going to be facing when they finally figure out that report comes out and their kids may die before the age of 30 because of that vaccine. I'm telling you, y'all thought that y'all people that think violence is fun and you can do it at will without accountability, right? That called people on January 6th. All these different things. America, please best and believe these people will march and run through the Capitol once it settles in that their kids are dying.
Yep.
And I'm gonna tell once that fallout starts happening, all my conservative and my libertarian friends, y'all step all the way the fuck back. You step all the way the fuck back and let them destroy themselves. Because here's the mean spirited side of me in all this, right? You motherfuckers pushed this upon people and guilt tripped people and mandated people and gave them ultimatums to take the damn thing. Guess what? When the government mows your ass down, because remember, you people called people on J6 domestic terrorists, which gave the government the green light to treat you any way they see fit. You will now be the domestic terrorist they've been looking for, and they will mow all you motherfuckers down. If you step up on that damn Capitol, I guarantee it. I will guarantee it, because the government has got itchy trigger fingers right now. They're itchy. They ain't been in a war in a minute. They got itchy trigger fingers.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
So best and believe, when y'all get mad and start rising up and say this shit's not right, and you start trying, you already on the wrong side of history, and you will be exterminated like the termites you are. And guess what? This will be payback for all the evil you've done to this country over the last 8 years. That is payback for all the evil. And listen, man is not supposed to take vengeance, but in the Bible, God says vengeance is mine, and he will use man for his vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
And you will get every single thing you deserve. And guess what? I'm not gonna laugh, because guess what? Those gnashing teeth and grappling claws in hell is going to stay there until you're cast into the lake of fire where the fuck you belong. Because that's where all of you belong. For helping a government modify people's bodies. For helping them force poison into people's bodies to start a slow genocide of the people of the freaking United States. You deserve every single thing you get, down to the pits of the lake of fire. All of it. You get it all, and I don't care, because that is the ultimate sin and transgression against God's people. And you participated. You've got to find out real quick how swift that justice is served.
You know, Rod, God, I love your passion. It's amazing. If you think about how this was actually done, we would have to go back a lot further to the AMA and the doctors thinking and being trained that they had this much power. Because really, when you look at this, the insurance companies, of course, are involved, because that's something Obama really set up with his Obamacare, which we're working hard to get out of right now, but I don't know when that will actually happen. But the doctors and the hospitals that came down on people, refusing to do surgery if they didn't have the jab, refusing to treat people if they didn't, threaten them. The doctors themselves, well, they had to all get the shots because they couldn't even work in their own hospitals. They couldn't even work in their own offices. Really, the AMA, the insurance companies, and the evil politicians came together with a perfect spark of demonic fire. And this is what we're given the opportunity to see now. And I have to say, I don't feel sorry for the people that are going to suffer through this, because they wouldn't listen. They couldn't step outside and think for themselves, no matter what anybody said to them, because the doctors had that much power. And I was certainly witness to that in my own experience. Everywhere I went, I got asked, did you take your shot? Are you up to date with your vaccines? And I would turn around and say, fuck your vaccines. I didn't know I owned a vaccine. I didn't know that, listen, everybody knows this. I don't have to repeat it. But the fact that our new revolution that we're in, like an American revolution, it's really worldwide, but I'll just refer to the USA revolution right now, because Europe is in the final stages of really destroying themselves. Germany, France, it's just beyond. England, they're putting people in jail. God forbid there's a new pandemic, they will put people in jail who refuse to do what they say to do. That's pretty obvious. So we've got to save ourselves here. This is a fact. And it really is clearly a time for a revolution. We're in a space right now where we have to stand up and look. We've talked about this early in the game, Rod, 6-7 years ago. We talked about how many people actually fought in the American Revolution, in the Civil War. A small percentage of the people. And we're going to be in that place again. 3%. Yeah, we're going to be in that place again. And that's okay. That's okay, because we know what we're fighting for. We see what we're doing here. I think we can handle this ourselves, because we don't have a choice. We have to. We have to handle this ourselves. Nobody is coming. Trump has a really good gang of people working with him and behind him right now, and there's a lot going on that we can't see. For instance, this vaccine thing. I mean, Kennedy Jr., he's fighting a battle. They would do anything to get rid of this guy, anything, because he is interrupting the big pharma, the FDA, the Department of Agriculture, everything having to do with our health is getting shaken up and disrupted now like bees in a jar. We've got, Bessent now actually investigating, and he says it'll take him a week or two, to find out all the fraud in Muslim soda. And I will give that to Wayne Dupree. He named Minnesota Muslim soda many years ago, and I love the name. It always puts me right on track about what I'm talking about. Not that everybody in that state is Muslim and radical Somalians. They're not. But you've got an infection in that state, the likes of which I've never been so aware of in any state. Texas is probably running a close second. It looks like North Carolina is not doing so good either these days. But pretty soon it's going to be New York. Pretty soon it's going to be every city, in every town. And we just got to keep getting these people out, out, out. You hate us. You want to destroy our country. I got my banana, and you're going to get it splattered in your face. We're not going to take it. That's all. This is a revolution, and we're on it. We're in it ourselves. We're not going to dial 911. We're not going to dial the police. We're not going to dial the fire department. We're on our own. No insurance. We're it. Green light, red light, green light. Did you ever play that when you were a kid? Red light, green light, 1, 2, 3. When we were kids in Brooklyn, we were running around the streets playing that game. But that's reality now. We got to find each other. We have to find the bad guys. We have to line up with the good guys. This is a war. This is a gang war, literally. I heard today that the prisons were completely emptied in Venezuela into this country. In Africa, I can't remember, but one of the countries in Africa also emptied all their prisons into this country. Like, you got to step back and say, wow, like, how devious, what kind of humans that have existed in the USA could do that with an intention to destroy us all and our country? It's really something to ponder. And to take a demented old fool and stick him as the president is like the most humiliating thing I've ever seen, I've ever had to experience in my life. We've been humiliated by the existence of people to do such horrible things to us. It's a wake-up call. God always gives us a wake-up call. He always gives us choice and free will.
Well, let them tell it, right? Trump is the epitome of the downfall of this country. He's the bully, right, of the world, right? He does and says all these things on the world stage that he's not intelligent, right? Why is it with these people that it's always the deflection and there's deflection and projection, right? They tell us all the time, oh no, the party switch. Bullshit. Party switch. Yeah, okay. Again, explain to me how people form the neural pathways completely and fully to switch a complete party around in 2 decades. Come on, stop the whole fucking cap, right? We know psychologically that could never happen unless everybody was fucking drugged. Like, let's keep that real and common sense.
They probably were fucking drugged.
Right. I mean, don't point to look at the Electoral College here and look at the switch. No, fuck that. Did the people move around? No, the fuck they didn't. The ideologies didn't flip. There's a bunch of gaslighting bullshit. We see what they see on the damn paper and what it said, right? But it's always about them. Since that party switch, everything is about. Well, I forgot that. I forgot to add the other thing. Right? It's it's actually DDP, death, destruction, and pestilence, right? This is what these other people want to talk about, right?
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everything is the Republicans' fault because they don't do it. You guys have the Senate and the House, and you can't get nothing passed. Oh, you dumbass motherfuckers.
Yeah.
Like stop projecting. Stop projecting, because if the shoe was on the other foot, you'd be blaming, the Republicans in the Senate. Well, we got majority, but Republicans in the Senate won't help us. Well, I mean, come on, don't project. Same thing just happened before. You didn't help the Republicans. Or the Republicans are always supposed to just bow the knee, right? Every fucking time the Democrats want something. No, I say absolutely not. Kick both them sons of bitches out. Huh? Yeah. They're gonna play games. Kick both the son of bitches out. Kick them completely out. Period. And all their supporters, kick them the fuck out. Right? We can survive that too.
Yeah, we can.
Because at the end of the day, a lot of people are not really partisan like that. They're just given the illusion of freedom and choice within the two-party paradigm, right? And people and people think, oh, well, if I don't vote, then this and this is going to happen. Yeah, this not going to happen. But at the same time, don't tell people that vote a third party like me that votes libertarian, may even vote constitutionalist party that my vote's a wasted vote. I'm sorry. What? My vote's a protest against the government that you want to keep going in perpetuity. Right? We've seen what these characters do and how they shift and move and manipulate the people. But you got, a core group of people that will sit here day in and day out on social media defending D to the fullest and defending R to the fullest. And I sit here and I just look, it's like you're rooting for the same team. You just got different colors on.
Exactly. You know, today they lost a mayor in Miami-Dade. Mm-hmm. Miami-Dade is as red as the Ace of Spades.
Yep.
And hello, but they're still using those machines. They're still stealing elections, because that hasn't changed yet. But it will. It will, because by executive order, they are pulling those machines out in the next election. We're going to be voting on paper. It's a military operation. This is not going to happen. And Trump is taken to the stage again, and he's going to get the right people in who are going to operate along the same lines as we think and we expect and we want, running whatever our government might look like. We can only do better than where we are now. I mean, it couldn't get any worse than the damage that Obama and Biden did to this country. It couldn't get worse. However, you know, I was listening to a fascinating show the other night, and I did share it with Marlene because I thought it was not something everybody could listen to, but it was hair-raising. And it went back to all of our fraudulent presidents. And I think we have to recognize in this revolution that we're in that we have been fooled by foreign nationals who claimed to be running for president of the USA. Like Hoover, CIA, Bush. There was never any Bush family. They were from Germany. And I think they popped up like right around World War II, Daddy Bush. And yeah, so they were just kind of Germany and Switzerland, like just sort of parking their asses in the presidential seats into this country, doing their damage. Obama. Who the fuck was Obama? Where'd that guy come from? He walked right in like this abused maniac run by the CIA. He got placed into the White House. So, you know, we could go back and look at, what did you say, there were 2 years that we had a real republic and this country was really free? 1871, 1771, I don't remember the years. I just remember you talking about it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we had 2 or 3 years where this country was really what it was supposed to be. The republic, not the corporation. We are so totally the corporation now. We're not even close to what this country was intended to be. Not even close. We've drifted. We've been so fooled. We've been so invaded and taken over. And now we're half an inch from communism and jihad. But we're gonna get it, because we see it, and we're not going to let the CIA lie to us any longer. This new world order, the world order, it was the world order in the I think it was the 1800s, or was it the 1700s? I'm kind of mixed up because I wasn't alive then. You would know that better than I.
It was the late 1800s.
Okay, it was the 1800s, 1871 or something like that. They've been on a grab to take us and put us into this world order. Now, if you look at we know it as the New World Order, the Nazi World Order, whatever it is, the world order. It has been staring us right in the face in the past few years, like frighteningly looking at it. Oh my God, freedom of speech, freedom of religion, freedom of autonomy. And, I saw...
Let's back away from that a second, right? Right,
yeah.
We got to go to break here shortly, right? But let's look at what's happening in real time, right? They're saying Donald Trump is violating international law by stopping these drug runners in the Caribbean Sea, right? That's the newest affront to globalism. Oh no, you can't do that. International law, bitch. Our Constitution trumps constitutional law, right? Your law does not govern me, and if you think it does, come and get some. Because you're not going to like the end result if you try to come get some, right? Same thing, right? We talked about that English police commander. Someone said, if you say something, even in the United States, we'll come get you. Please come get me. Please come through. Because you're going to find out real quick that your bullshit over there is not applying. You might not even get to the shores. That's not a threat. That's a promise. Because if you think your law can come get me over here in this country, man, you out your cotton picking mind. You better go find another slave somewhere else.
That's right.
Talking like that, because you ain't coming over here. Oh, please extradite this guy because he talked back. No bullshit. Come and get some. Come and fucking get some. We gotta go to break. Right.
Okay.
We gotta do things. So y'all know what to do. Y'all know y'all need to do the hang on, the hold on, and all that. Remember, like, subscribe, all that good stuff. On the break, check out patreon.com. It's on the screen. We'll be back in 6.
I'm Taylor Riggs, and this is the Fox Business Report. A choppy trading session with stocks ending mixed as the Fed's final two-day policy meeting of the year gets underway. Investors are still expecting a near 90% chance of a 25 basis cut from the central bank on Wednesday afternoon. Investors also digesting the delayed release of the October job openings and labor turnover survey, which came in at over 7.6 million openings. That was higher than expected. The report includes September data because of the government shutdown. The Dow falling 179 points, the Nasdaq up 31, S&P 500 down 6. And shares of Nvidia fell nearly 0.5%, even after President Trump said he will let the AI darling export H200 chips to China, with the U.S. taking a 25% cut. The Wall Street Journal is reporting that the chips will undergo a special security review in the U.S. before they're exported. That's your Fox Business Report. I'm Hillary Barsky, invested in you.
To make America affordable again. I'm Lisa Lacera, Fox News. That's the message President Trump took to people in Pennsylvania during a speech on the economy.
Since my inauguration, we've created nearly 60,000 new Pennsylvania jobs, including 4,000 Pennsylvania manufacturing jobs that the Democrats gave up on.
The president blamed Democrats for high prices, and he claimed he's bringing them down. During an interview with Politico, the president gave himself top marks on the economy, but Pennsylvania Democratic Governor Josh Shapiro said that's out of touch with reality. Democrat Eileen Higgins has won the mayor's race in Miami, defeating Emilio Gonzalez, a Republican endorsed by President Trump, ending the party's 3-decade-long losing streak in the city and giving Democrats a boost in one of the last battles ahead of the midterms. A suspect in custody after a deadly shooting at Kentucky State University.
Frankfort police responding to a shooting near a residence hall at Kentucky State University, revealing one student was fatally shot and another is in critical condition.
This was not a mass shooting or a random incident based on what I've been told, and the suspected shooter is already in custody. That means that while this was scary, there is no ongoing threat, and I believe our families are safe.
Kentucky Governor Andy Beshear asking for prayers for all involved and seemed to confirm reports the shooting was caused by a personal dispute.
Fox's Kristen Goodwin. One student has died, another wounded after a stabbing this morning at a high school in central North Carolina. Democratic Governor Josh Stein on X calling the stabbing shocking and horrible and said he's praying for all students and their loved ones. Australia has introduced the world's first social media ban for children under 16 starting Wednesday. A 15-year-old suing, saying it limits freedom of communication. America's listening to Fox News. Hamas with a warning to Israel over the ceasefire agreement.
Opening an important border crossing, ending deadly airstrikes and increasing the supply of aid are the three main demands of Hamas. A member of the group's political wing demanding what he calls full implementation of the first phase of the ceasefire deal. Hussam Badram says if not, Hamas won't move on to phase 2. Israel has also accused Hamas of violating the ceasefire and defended its strikes as a justified response. Hamas has yet to return the body of one hostage as the ceasefire deal stipulates. The UN says there's still not enough aid getting through to civilians. Jonathan Savage, Fox News.
A court in China has ordered an airline to pay damages to families of victims of a deadly crash.
A court in Beijing rules Malaysia Airlines must pay $410,000 each to 8 of the families of those who went missing March 8, 2014. 239 passengers and crew members were on Flight 370 that disappeared after departing Kuala Lumpur bound for Beijing. Most of the passengers were Chinese, and their families in China have continued to seek answers. The court said another 23 cases remain pending. In 47 other cases, families have reached deals with the airlines and withdrawn their suits. The mystery of Flight 370 has never been solved. The plane vanished from air traffic control radar about an hour into its flight, veering off course and never reaching its destination. CJ Papa, Fox News.
Philanthropist Mackenzie Scott says she's donated $7.1 billion in donations to nonprofits this year, a significant increase in her annual giving from recent years. Scott acknowledged the donations in an essay on her website. Her donations have captured the attention of nonprofits and other charitable funders because they come with no strings attached and are often very large compared to the annual budgets of the organizations. I'm Lisa Lacera. This is Fox News.
Hey guys, welcome back. Hope you enjoyed your break, stretched your legs and all that good stuff. because if you haven't, I feel bad for you. But anyway, welcome back to the second half. Make sure you like, subscribe, all that good stuff. And make sure, you show us some love in the chat and all that good stuff as we spin the wheels of the experience today with one hand, one microphone, and one toe. Not really. There's 10 down there. But anyway, ha ha, he he, funny. Ms. Valley was going to talking about this revolution. We have about 20 minutes left. Let's get into that, to what this revolution should actually look like, and wherever you were going with that.
I have no idea where I was going with that. I think the revolution actually should have started in 1913 with Woodrow Wilson, but he just decided to create a big mess. He messed with the Constitution. I mean, we've had presidents that have not been vetted. We have had people running this country who were never vetted properly. No credentials. I mean, that's kind of like people running into our country, isn't it? It's like the border.
Yep.
Okay, here's the Oval Office, here's the desk. You go listen to everything I say and you go do it. We've got Tina Peters, who, by the way, was attacked in prison today. And as I was listening to her case, as I was listening to this poor 70-year-old woman in prison, what she was exposing was not just the state of Colorado. It was really a big part of our presidential federal election. I don't understand how President Trump is not able to get her out, to put her in a safe place, even if it's home arrest. How is it that her scandal, supposed scandal, it was terrible, she exposed fraud in the election. It was a federal election. So I think this is the attorney that they have working on her case, Tickton. He's a nice guy and he's probably smart, but he's too old and he's slow, and I don't think he understands what he has to do here. I mean, I think Trump's got to get somebody in there for a couple of quick weeks and get her out. She's going to die. She's going to die a hero, but she's going to die. And it's going to be the fault of stupid politicians. Anyway, be that as it may, it's just something personal that upsets me. We do need military courts. There's no question about that. It's the only way this is ever going to get put together. But, okay, so in terms of the revolution, what we're looking at, I think what we're looking at is that we have an ineffective judicial system. There's no justice. There's no justice. That's how you get a revolution. We need to realize that we have civilian law. That's it. That's all we have right now. We have to enforce our own civilian law. Nope. Nobody's coming.
You know what?
We're going to have a bunch of vigilantes and gangs piling up everywhere.
You know what should actually happen now at this point? And I know the appropriate people are actually listening right now, right? Mm-hmm. What needs to happen in the wake of this attack, right?
Yeah.
People in the state of Colorado, if they need to get a petition together and affidavits, organize this and send these not only to the governor, but to every single House rep and senator and to the Colorado Bureau of Prisons or the Colorado Department of Corrections. You're going to have to, because here's the thing, right? I'm sorry, right? The court system, right? Here's we have to look at this logically, right? How can you interfere with an election, right, that belongs to the people, right? I want people to understand this. How do you interfere? How does someone interfere in an election that is of the people when the people did not raise the objection of Tina Peters? Right, but that's a sidebar. But it's just something to put in your mind. How does the state end up taking? They're supposed to conduct the election, right? And the elected officials that swore to the Constitution of the United States to protect it have a right to investigate it too themselves as elected officials. But this one in particular was not allowed to. Right? Now we got people ganging up on her to attack her. She wasn't. Tina Peters is not a pedophile. She's not a murderer. She's not an ageist. She's not an elderly abuser. She spoke up about an election and she's being attacked for it. I'm sorry. Someone in the state of Colorado wants Tina Peters dead. And they're doing it through the prison system. See, and the governor is going to sit there on his hands, his knees, right, sucking whoever's dick he's sucking, and ignore it from happening. But I guarantee you, the good people of Colorado, right, if Tina Peters is killed,
It's actually Venezuela. It's Venezuela that has the governor under their thumb, and if anything gets exposed with these machines, there's too many people in trouble. And that's what's going on here. It's mafiosa. It's Venezuela running our elections via Serbia, via the CCP in China. This is a connection of countries and people that are so big and so intense. And I just want to say that there has been a written and a call-in. People have been flooding the White House, flooding the bastard governor of Colorado. People have been on this. And apparently, every time they think they have an agreement and she's going to get out, it just gets thrown in the trash basket at the last minute, and it doesn't happen. Somehow, the president is behind the 8 ball on this particular one. And
yes, he is.
I get it. He's got an awful lot to do. But this is symptomatic of so many big problems that we have, that if you can't protect this woman who is 70 years old, has cancer, and her son died she's a Gold Star mother. If you can't protect a woman and her child is gone who can't protect her, then you cannot protect anyone in this country. You lose the battle. And there's something very symbolic here going on with this particular person, and it does have to do with Venezuela, and it does have to do with the election fraud, and it's about the whole damn thing. So that's where that is, and I've been active on this fight, and I've been involved in it via the people that I've listened to. Bruce and I have been flooding the phone lines and signing all sorts of petitions and things that are out there, and this is just big. It's big, big, big. Anyway, the Brunson case, I think that that's one of the few civil cases that's still sitting there.
Yep.
It could get interesting. But I think it's all going to volcano all at once. I think this is going to be, even we who have seen this coming and have predicted so much of this, we're going to be blown away too. We have no idea how evil and how bad this has all gotten. Like the people we're watching who put on suits and ties every day and go pretend they're working for the United States of America in the government are aliens from another planet. They're not even a part of us, of human beings, of souls. They have no souls. We are looking at and trying to fight something we don't understand. And it's gonna explode in our faces, and we're all gonna be blown backwards like a tsunami. But it has to happen, and we're gonna know that it's okay, because that's the part we have to see and be prepared for.
We don't have a choice, Miss Val. We've come to the end of the adventure. We've came to the end of the adventure of the experience today. I appreciate everybody tuning in this evening. Make sure you can catch all of the shows: Chasing Life, Liberty, and Monarchy, Fifth Estate, the experience today, and Southern Liberty, all in audio form, wherever you catch your podcasts. Just, if you want to catch it in audio form as you're riding around and all that good stuff. I also want to put out there that I am in the process of putting the shows into their own playlist. So we're going to have that in order sometime through the week. So that way you can just choose one instead of haphazardly going through and check the playlist and just go through and click through and all that good stuff. With that, Ms. Val, again, thank you. Thank you, everybody down in the lovely audiences. And remember, I want people to remember, right? The great people of this nation, will do what they have to do to protect the country. 100%. Right? Because we are in a time that we have weak men and women. But that pendulum, they say the pendulum, I don't like the pendulum analogy, right? But what I want to say is the women, the strong women of old, are coming back. They're coming back not only, right, under conditions of physical brawn and fighting, but their mouth. Because remember, even back during World War II, when you had Rose Riveters and all that whole clan, their speech was shunned, right? But we live in an age now that their speech is not shunned, and they speak louder than most men in some cases, because we got some weak ass men out here.
Book of Esther. Read the Book of Esther.
Yep. Look, if this revolution kicks off, there's going to be more women in that revolution than men. Because how's that saying go? Hard times. Wow, damn it, I can't think of it off the top of my head right now. My head's in 50 different places. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, it's something. Y'all know the saying, right? But we're in that point, right?
Yeah.
We haven't been in hard times in a while, right? We haven't been in hard times since the 60s, right? We haven't been in any type of calamity as a whole, right? But we're here, and we see all these weak men and women out here that wants to get on the knees and ask the government to protect them and help them. No, get off your damn knees. Get off your knees and stand up like a man for once in your life. Stand up for that woman kneeling down next to you begging the government. Stand next to her. Don't be a bitch. Stand up and be a damn man. There's nothing wrong with being a man. And if you think it is, well, there's no, fuck your sensitivity. Fuck all of that. We have a nation of people to take care of and curate and a country to defend. And if you not about that life, exit stage right, left, and diagonal out this bitch. I'm not the one to sit here and tell people if you don't like it, leave, because that's very un-American. But at the same motherfucking time, if they're going to start flinging bullets towards me, you better be standing next to me. You better be standing right there. Don't bitch out in your damn grandma's basement. Don't be a bitch. Because a coward's death is the worst death. It's the worst death. because you won't see your killer. You see him every day, actually, but we're not going to go there. But you get my point. This is not bitch time. We need to protect these women. We need to protect these children from everything evil, including the government. We need to protect them because, again, the government is just a shell. It's the people that put their morality in the government that makes it immoral when the people get into it, because they don't give a damn about the subjects within the nation of people. I want y'all weak ass men to remember that. Because push come to shove, you're gonna have to defend what you got, or just lay down for them. With that, remember, love your neighbors, love your family, but ultimately, you gotta love yourself and be strong enough to defend liberty when it comes to your front door to take it from you. You need to be ready when them people come to your door to take your liberty from you. You better be ready to either go into the pine box or to fight back. That's where you need to be. And if you're not in that mindset, take your beta bitch ass somewhere else. Get on one of those rafts in the middle of the Caribbean Ocean. Who cares? Until next time, y'all. Have a great week. We'll see you back here on Friday for Southern